Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the Farmer and Sons Garage channel. Going to do a little bit of work on the 63 Unibody, the one that most of my videos on the channel are about. As I did that, of course that was my first series doing the truck and or doing any kind of build. I kind of just did like I'd show you the before, tell you what I was going to do, then show you after I was done. I didn't really go into the processes that much or show a whole lot of my work as I was doing the project. And I kind of want to do I guess we'll call this finishing up part one, because I did get it done kind of quick, go ahead and get it on the road with some things I needed to finish up or complete, but it was drivable and I could use it and enjoy it as I had it. And I actually drove it around for quite some time. You know, I did the full frame swap. I didn't just do the front suspension swap. I did the full frame. And I did one where I kept the dash, steering column. I kept the entire Crown Vic, even the Crown Vic front seats. I did swap those out for a Grand Marquis bench so I could ride with my wife and my son. And I didn't like the bucket seats. But anyway, so it's pretty much the Crown Vic that I just dropped the truck body down on. I kept the firewalls, floor, everything from the car, cut all that out of the truck and just slid it down over it. And I really like it that way. If I do another one, I may try keeping the truck dash and floor and go that route just to compare the two. I've seen like Nathan's Garage did that. He went over the differences between the two. I like that it sits so much lower this way. I like the stance of it. Plus, I just like that, you know, the floor, the firewall, all that stuff. I don't have to worry about the steering being lined up right or messing something up with the brakes. Plus all the wiring. I mean, I know there's kits out there, Dakota Digital and all these different ones for the gauges and stuff. But I mean, I've got everything stock exactly like it was from the factory on the Crown Vic. And if I need to replace any parts, it's cheap and quick. I can Rock Auto or any of the local parts stores and get that stuff. But anyway, what I'm kind of going to do is do like a finishing up where I talk of some of the stuff that's still remaining. That again, I don't have to do this. I can still drive the truck if I want to, but just to really make it look tidied up and buttoned up, I'm doing that. So I'll show you, if you'll show in the bed here. You know, I kept the hump here on the Crown Vic. I'll actually take the phone for just a second. So I kept the little, you know, this part of the Crown Vic. So that grayish white color is from the Crown Vic. And then this, when I cut the bed out, I kept all the, so you can see that piece there. That's part of what was cut out originally from the bed itself. So when I went to patch back in, like I said, I left this part through here. I just had that open for the first few months when I was driving it. I just left that open. You could see the drive shaft, the exhaust and stuff. And I finally, and you can see, I cut a piece of that out to fit, and I took my time and would trim the edges on these. And, you know, I did the deal where you would tack and then bend it a little bit and tack. And even right in here, those were big dips. I did a little pie cut on that, hammered that up to level it off so I could seal that off. Had to do the same over there on that side as well. But anyway, I just welded that piece in to close that off. Well, in doing so, when I cut this out, as you can see, there's a gap in here. So as part of this finishing up process, I took that piece of metal I just showed you that was from the bed, took my angle grinder, and I cut a little, I guess you'd call that a sliver of that metal off, which of course is the right color and everything. And I am trimming that down. I'm gonna try to do the camera here with one hand while I'm doing this. And I'm gonna make this fit in that little hole there. I'm hoping I'm showing you that right. Let me take that. But I'm going to pop that into that hole and make that fit and weld that in. And just the little stuff like that back here on this side. See, I've still got this gap in here, so I've got to bend some metal and fill that in. But I took my time back across this back part and cut a piece of the bed out to fill that gap in once I popped it in. So you can see across through there, I've welded that in. But anyway, so I've got the bed pretty much, you know, 99% closed off. And I don't know if I'll do a flat floor over top of that with wood. I've got wood to do that, but I kind of like letting the work that I've done show. So what I may end up doing is trying to get the factory matching paint or or as close to it as I can. And once I'm done with this, just paint the whole thing the blue that matches the truck. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of follow up, because most of you guys that had watched my videos saw that when I finished this, I had that big hole that I just left there for the longest time. Like I said, I had it was open back here and it was open on the front side. And of course, when I cut the bed, you know, I kept this side, you know, it matched up exactly because that's where I cut out. So I just had to trim, you know, about 2 inches there, cut about a 2-inch piece off. And then like I said, I took my time and would work those edges. And I mean, I probably put that thing in and out 75 or 100 times, just slowly working my way through it. Same thing over here. This side was the piece that was on this side. So I just kind of beveled those edges and rounded those to where they would fit exactly down in here. So I just worked up on those edges and did that. So these little things that I'm doing to finish it up, there's going to be several of these videos, hopefully, that show me wrapping up this truck and getting it, you know, it's not going to be a show truck, so to speak. It's more of a rat rodish, just a little daily driver patina. I mean, it's got paint chips all over the place, and, you know, it's showing its age, and I like that. I don't worry about door dings. I don't worry about driving it if the road's wet and rainy or whatever, where other guys don't want to get their cars out. So this is my build. It's the way I wanted it. There's no right or wrong way to do one of these Crown Vic swaps. If you want to do yours with the truck dash and truck floor and just dropping it down on the body of the Crown Vic, that's great. That's awesome. I like that. And, you know, I chose to go this route with mine, where I've got the convenience of, you know, the Crown Vic air conditioning. You know, I've got ice cold air, cruise control, all that stuff when I'm rolling down the interstate. You know, I'm 75 with the cruise control on, the AC on, and the windows up in the middle of summer. Whereas if I drove my 89 Ford truck, I'd have to have the vent windows open, and it would be a miserable experience because it doesn't have cruise control and it doesn't have air conditioning. But I get, you know, the best of both worlds. But anyway, that will, I'll come back and finish up this video. But I just wanted to show you, you know, just the little stuff that I didn't go into great detail as I was doing it, how I closed my bed off. You know, other people just use regular sheet metal and box it in and come up with, you know, a structure that kind of covers everything. But especially with as expensive as everything is now, you know, I'm able to save the original metal that was in the bed, so it already matches the color, you know, and it was already kind of patina and rusty. So I just think it makes the whole look of the truck more complete and more natural by putting those pieces back in that I've cut out. And like I said, I've still got that piece over here that I can cut some more off. So these little places I've got to fill in, I'll probably end up using some more of those, you know, cutting some more scrap pieces off of that to make this work. But anyway, I'll pause the video and come back and wrap up. Hey guys, I'm going to finish up like I try to do on every video with a Bible verse and just a little, maybe a thought to go with it. I'm going to do Philippians 1 and 6, and it says, "And I am certain that God, who begun the good work in you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Jesus Christ returns." So I kind of use that verse because I'm trying to continue the work I started on this truck and actually finish it. You know, and hopefully I'll finish it before Jesus Christ returns. But I'm trying. Anyway, you know, get out and work on your projects. It's so easy just to sit around and do nothing. I know it's expensive right now, the gas costs and all the different things, but like I said on mine, you know, I've kept the pieces that I cut out. I've got, you know, the hood, part of the roof, the trunk from the Crown Vic that I still have as sheet metal pieces I can cut up and use. I still have to do some, which is part of the finishing up series, you know, on my rocker areas where I cut the steps out of the truck cab, and I've got that welded in. It's structurally welded in, but I don't have it finished off and dressed up. So that'll be one of the videos I'll be doing. I'm going to take you through how I did my front bumper. I actually mounted my front bumper upside down. When you do a Crown Vic swap, of course, you're, you know, totally different frame. So you have to mount up something to make the front bumper of your truck work if you want to run a bumper on. I've seen several of them where they run them without a bumper because they never take the time to mount up. And I actually ran mine for a long time. First couple of shows I took mine to, it didn't have a front bumper. And I finally, you know, out here with different things to hold the front bumper up while I worked on it. And I had seen another truck, a unibody truck with the bumper flipped upside down. So that's where I got the idea. But anyway, I'll go into that more on the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some more of these where I show kind of what I'm finishing up and trying to go in a little bit more detail on this. I'll probably, on the next video I do, I'll show you more of what I've finished up back here on the back of this. I might even do a in progress video and show you some of the welding I'm doing as I finish this off. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.